Thanks for checking out another one of our videos here. We've got a bunch of videos on YouTube of all sorts of things related to electric fence repair, fence charger repairs, and we also got some videos on YouTube for cattle scales and low bars and stuff like that. So if you'd like to check out more about us, it's our information right there, our address to ship things to, or website for cattle scale repairs and livestock scale repairs. Also fencerfixer.com is our main one there, but alright, so I started to work on this, and then I was like, I don't get very many of these Cyclops battery power, especially the smaller one, the Hero. Don't get that in for repair very often. Like, I may ought to stop and make a video on it. So the only thing I've done to it so far, I think it's all we're going to do, well, a little bit more work, was it wouldn't come on at all. So the fuse on the left-hand side ties into the battery cord and going into the board for protection, and that fuse was blown. So I put another fuse in there, hooked my 12-volt power supply up to it, and it came all working just fine. Well, clicking, but then but it wasn't flashing, so it tipped over on the side, and it's missing the cap for the fuse deal right there. So we're going to have to put a new. I don't stock the Cyclops fuse mounts because I don't like them. I think they work. They're just cheap, and I don't like the quality of them, or lack of quality on those. So let me we'll grab my screw gun, or my bit for my screw gun. We'll zip these screws out of it. Alright, so we'll put that in there. Screw left over from a previous repair. Alright, so now I'll butt these screws out of it. Cover off. So that's the inside of the 12-volt Cyclops Hero. Like I said, the power comes in here, one wire, white's your positive, black's your negative on your battery cord. White comes into the fuse, comes off the fuse, the red wire to your board, and the black one straight to the board. So that fuse is in line to try to help protect the board from, well, it's not really lightning because it's 12 volts, so it'd be like maybe if you shorted your battery terminals together on accident, that fuse would blow, or some kind of heavy draw of some sort, but I guess that's what it's for. We'll check the capacitor real quick because it does click and comes on and clicks. Light doesn't flash because that fuse mount's blown, or missing, the cap's missing. But we'll go ahead and we'll check this capacitor real quick, make sure it's good. Let's see what size is this one. It's a 10 microfarad, so we'll just go across it. There's no polarity to it. Unplug one of the wires. Sometimes you have to unplug a wire, and then it get a reading, because sometimes there's interference from the board. And reading 10.33. So let's I did have this on earlier, just a little bit ago, so that capacitor's probably got a charge built up in it. So as long as I don't touch both wires at the same time, it won't snap at me. So let's go ahead and unplug this. I'm gonna go ahead and power it up again, and I'm gonna test. I got just a Gallagher fault finder here. I'm gonna test across those two wires of the transformer, and if it puts out good voltage, should mean that everything else is good. We just got to get that. This board doesn't look bad, so we'll probably just have to replace that fuse mount, and then hopefully we'll be good to go. Here, clicking along there, so we'll take this Gallagher fault finder. We're gonna, no polarity, so it should be 6,000 or 7,000 volts, I would guess. Oh shit! It says it's putting out almost 12. That's what's one of these fault finders. Fault finders sometimes read a little squirrely. when you get right close to the unit, because there's magnetic fields and stuff like that. There's an inductor inside this tester, and it can give you kind of a higher reading when you're right at the unit, because it's getting kind of squirrely readings because it's so close to the unit. Alright, so let's unplug some wires that I don't need plugged in. And we'll take this board out of the way. So I can get to the fuse mount here. Plug the wires from it. And we'll wrong way, stupid. We'll go and push this out. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Jeez. Doesn't want to give itself up easily. Come on. Let's break it off. Fuck it. Alright, so let me get another fuse mount. Okay. Now this is the fuse mount I use. It's a threaded cap versus a push and turn type. I like them. I think they're a better quality. It's easy once you got the fuse in there. So let's leave the fuse out for a second. Alright, so this is a little bit bigger around. It can't just slide right in. It's you gotta drill it out a little bit. I just use a stepper bit to do it. So not going to have to go too much, too quick. Almost. kind of get the kind of an oblong oval shape. So if you do a perfect circle on the whole thing wants to spin on you, and it's a real pain to stay put. So all I do, I kind of make it oblong, let that stepper bit kind of chew up a little bit up on it. So if the whole thing spins, it will go so far and stop spinning. Like that. Okay, it's good. So now we'll pop this wire up a little bit. Don't know how does it fit on there. On there. And then we'll take this board. Let's see, I think this has a yeah, so this one's gonna go here. This one here, so go right there. Solar panel, or the what do we call it, the transformer back onto it. Alright, what size fuse this takes a 1 amp as well, so the 1 amp fuse, like this 12 volt one takes 1 amp on both input and output. There we go. So slide it in there. Before I put the screws in it, I'm going to flip it over, make sure the light flashes and everything. The light flashing now, so that's good. Take the Gallagher tester and put it across the fence and ground. 10,000. That's more normal, and that output board does have a little bit of a load from it because it is going across fence and ground internally, so it does lower the voltage from the transformer to the output because it's like 12.5 at the transformer, about 10 or so at the terminals. Time it goes through that output board, so you lose like 1,000 volts. But just when you're sitting at 10,000, that's plenty on this size unit. So this one's raring to go. I'm gonna put it back together and call the customer up. Sure, they'll fix it. Pretty cheap fix. So, but if you got any questions or need any help or whatever, get a hold of us right there. Shoot me an email, send me a text, call me. There's an address to ship something to us. And until next time, we'll see you guys later on.